Good evening, everybody. It's Sam Danford here with your weather update. It is December 11th, around 9:40 p.m. local time. This was from earlier this evening, this shot you're seeing right here. And this was around 4:50 p.m. And what a sunset. These are some of the shortest days of the year, and I gotta say, I'm just trying to enjoy the light that we do have. And today was one of those days. Milder day. This system, due to the atmospheric river conditions that has happened in the Pacific Northwest, has made its northerly um, turn. So it's gotten turned to the north, and we saw a lot more sunshine today, clouds and sun, and definitely some leftover winds. So yeah, you can actually see if you look really carefully above me on some of those ridge tops. Here, maybe I can put my cursor there. You can really see actually the winds just whipping up there, blowing and wind loading that brand new snow we just got up there. The mountains did benefit, got especially higher terrain, definitely got a good amount of snow, which we'll get into that here in a moment. So let's jump right in here. This graphic is from the National Weather Service office here in Wyoming, in Riverton, Wyoming. And this is just showing today here in Jackson. You can see we had 48 degrees is the high. That's a very mild conditions. That's 10 to 15 degrees above average. Um, so definitely warmer days, and that trend is going to hold. We have a pretty robust ridge right now, but it is expanding, and that is potentially going to allow for cool air to come back in. So we'll have to stay tuned. But for now, the warmer temperatures is the story. And then here on the right, you can see this is wind gusts. This is showing, definitely up in the higher terrain, somewhere around 50, maybe 50 miles an hour, more probably around 40-mile-an-hour gusts up there. In town, nothing more than about 20 miles an hour, 25. So yeah, just some gustier winds as the system is on its way out. Now I want to show you this. This is the MRMS multi-sensor precipitation analysis. This is using radar, this is using sensors to kind of give us a rough sense of how much precipitation we got. And we're seeing, you can just see, look at the Pacific Northwest up there with just that. I mean, it's just crazy up there how much it has dumped rain. I mean, we're going off the scale in terms of 15 inches, basically, we're talking up there. And this is over the last 72 hours. So, yeah, this is the story with that. And then if we zoom in, actually, right here, we can see, let's go over the Northern Rockies, and we can see in the last 72 hours the high terrain. So if you guys kind of see on where my cursor is there, that's really showing where the Tetons have really gotten a lot of the bulk of that precipitation. And we're looking at this right now in water equivalent, so about 2 inches, almost 2 inches, I'd say, of water equivalent snow. So that's a good amount. It's probably heavy, wet snow. I did see some rime up there from just the constant moisture hitting the Tetons. So we'll see how the snowpack shakes out. I have to be honest that this is just not the best early season conditions for avalanche conditions later on. We're really gonna have to pay attention to how things stack up from now on, because this is just very unseasonably warm, big dips, or I should say big, waves of warm weather and a lot of moisture, and then probably will get cold at night. So let's get right into this. So this is going to be what the radar could look like, or what the rest of the precip could look like moving ahead here on the HRRR model. Definitely a little bit of a chance of something hitting here in Yellowstone. You can kind of see up there that this, we might get some flurries and some snow showers up there. But in terms of Jackson, I think we are done for now, at least through the weekends. I think we're pretty much done. And yeah, so let's get right into some of the models and some of the upper levels. So this is 18,000 feet up in the sky, 500 millibars up. And we are seeing a model, here's the European model of upper level winds, which is a good way for us to see the jet stream. And right now, if you look at this, let me just refresh so this plays back smoother. you can see that that jet stream is still very much close by. However, on here, let's back up over this weekend. So on Saturday, we're kind of on the edge, but this ridge, this high pressure ridge that is just dominating over California and the desert Southwest, is definitely going to win out over any sort of precipitation, because I'll show you in a moment, the precipitation has been riding this big arc, and it's not going to really make it down to us. So we're going to get a break, long story short. Jackson's going to get a break here for the next few days. Friday should be a beautiful day. Saturday, Sunday, the ridge is definitely still in place. And even Monday, the ridge is there. But you can see something nasty starts to kick up. And you can really see this little jet streak here. This is indicating our pattern shift going into next week, starting the end of Monday night into Tuesday, Wednesday. We're definitely going to be looking at the timing of this, when this is going to happen, but I do think we're going to see a shift, and we're going to get snow, hopefully. Hopefully we're going to have actually some colder temperatures accompanying. It's still unclear how long this warm air is going to stay along. So let's just keep going here. This is a great way to see upper level anomalies, basically pressure and height anomalies. And you can really just see it. I'm just showing you this to show you the giant high pressure ridge that is over dominating most of the west. But that is showing there's indications that this is going to erode on there it is, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So we'll just have to stay tuned on this, and I will definitely be pushing out a forecast this weekend to do it. But for now, we're gonna have some beautiful days ahead, y'all. What does this look like? Well, you can see that precipitation that's more concentrated. Sorry, let me refresh this. I'm jumping all over the place here. All right, you can see this precip is kind of riding that more northerly arc, as I was kind of explaining. You can really see it there. It's up near Vancouver Island, those regions. And then it's not quite making it down here, and this pocket of warm air and high pressure is going to be staying put. So over the weekend, here we are Saturday, throughout the day, beautiful day. It should be sunny, gorgeous weather, Sunday as well. So, I mean, these are going to be, I know early season, we really want to see the snow. And maybe I should call this video Snow Lovers Not Rejoice, or Snow Lovers Pout or something, because I think we're going to just see some ridging and some warmer temperatures, potentially a more eroding of the current snowpack, especially down low. So it's just kind of the reality of the situation. However, again, I just want to show you Tuesday here. There is that potential. There's a signal here for, gosh, Pacific Northwest can't get a dang break. Another atmospheric river-like situation potentially coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Looks a little bit more sporadic and kind of a different setup, but again, we'll stay tuned. This is getting a little far ahead in the fantasy land, but I will say we are seeing signals for snow starting Wednesday. I mean, that's Wednesday night. That's a nice signal for the Tetons there. You can see that. Nice pressure gradient going on. And then same thing, another pulse on Friday, December 19th. So, gosh, hopefully we get that coming back, so we do get more of a white Christmas. We get some snow coming in. And let's just quickly look at the GFS. I've been using this a little less recently. Similar story, definitely the high pressure, and then signal for snow coming in by Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So I just want to show you a graphic here of, and that's why I have my light back here on red, because you're just seeing this huge ridge, and these are temperature anomalies, and you could just see well above average here. In all of the west, this whole corridor is really seeing a lot of above average. So yeah, that is kind of what we're just seeing. And oh, this grabbed like a sounding. So anyways, going ahead here, let's just look at this quickly. This is just going to show our daily temperatures here. So tomorrow, that was actually today, around 48, like we said. It's showing 40. But yeah, so overnight temperatures will definitely still be getting down to the low 20s, which is good. So we'll be getting cold enough to freeze some of the lakes and hold some of that snowpack for at least overnight hours. But we're going to be kind of melting out a little bit during the days, at least down low. Tetons are still staying in about the 30s. The sun will definitely eat away at the snowpack, but Tetons should be holding on to things quite okay, I should say. But the valley, I mean, we're getting up to 38. Back on Saturday, it was saying 35. I mean, I would say on Saturday, we're going to be up into 45. I think that's a little off there. But, anyways, everyone wants to know, okay, well, when is it going to snow and how much is it going to snow? Well, for now, we can plan on it that this weekend, no snow. Like I said at the top there, maybe a flurry 2 up in Yellowstone, but otherwise, we can say bye to the snow for now. And then we see that Tuesday, Wednesday signal. You see that right there? Now, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here about how much, though. But we see the signal. It's showing it on both models. So we are going to just go ahead and say that, we can expect to probably see some snow return next week. Now, I just wanted to quickly show you the winds. Here was kind of the wind situation today. Definitely some gustier winds up in the higher terrain. And then that wanes out. So actually, we're going to see kind of a break from the high winds as well throughout the weekend, which will be really nice. Now, last things, I just wanted to show you this amazing clip of just the atmospheric river just constantly just bringing tons of moisture. You can actually see where it brought that moisture plume and throws it into the Pacific Northwest. And if I zoom out here, let me just go over to like Wyoming area. So if you could see where we are here in Jackson, we did get a lot of that, moisture. However, most of it fell as some snow and heavy snow in the mountains in the higher terrain. Down low, we kind of got shadowed by the mountains because a lot of this moisture was high based. So that is kind of what was happening there. And then I just want to show you one more because, you came to this channel for the cool stuff. And look at this, y'all. This is crazy to see. That's Hawaii, right? Look at that. Look at the size of that thing. Just a true Pineapple Express. You can see it grabbing the moisture down there. And then again, just showing you up there in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, just getting absolutely smacked by that atmospheric river. So hopefully that situation gets better. I know there's a lot of flooding going on. But we're luckily here in Jackson, we're not having that situation. So definitely thinking about my Pacific Northwest friends and definitely check in on people out there. This is kind of the look ahead. We have warm ahead, 6 to 10 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Temperature wise, showing warmer temperatures still, and the 8 to 14 kind of more the same. A little bit of erosion of that potentially with a little bit more cool air encroaching potentially, but that's pretty far out, so we will stay tuned. And then just want to show you the good news, which is a continued above average signal for precip, which is great. In Jackson, we're kind of remaining in this signal, which I think is good. I think we're going to see some real potentials for snow returning next week. So enjoy this incredible, sunny, nice weekend. I know a lot of people in the outdoor ski recreation world are going to be freaking out because feeling like this is a really bad start to the year, but this is how it shook out, and we just got to enjoy it and see how the snow stacks together. So anyways, thank you. Stay tuned here. Patreon members get these updates first, and I'm going to be only posting most of my stuff there. So definitely follow my Patreon. It is patreon.com/JHWX. And thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.